If procrastination keeps showing up in your life, even when you care, even when you're motivated, even when you want to move forward, this video is for you. Because procrastination isn't the problem, it's the symptom. And the thing driving it isn't laziness, discipline, or motivation. It's pressure. In this video, I'm going to show you why pressure reliably creates procrastination, what's actually happening in your brain and nervous system, and why trying harder almost always makes it worse. Once you see this clearly, procrastination stops feeling mysterious and starts feeling solvable. Most advice treats procrastination as some kind of character flaw. You're told to be more disciplined, manage your time better, just start. But think about the tasks you procrastinate on the most. They're rarely meaningless. They're usually the ones that matter the most. The important email, the project with consequences, the thing that says something about you if you get it wrong. Lazy people don't procrastinate on things they don't care about. They just don't do them. Procrastination shows up when pressure shows up. Pressure doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's expectations that are put upon us, responsibilities that we have, uncertainty, fear of getting it wrong, fear of wasting effort. Pressure is simply the stakes plus uncertainty, and the more important something feels, the heavier that combination becomes. This is why easy tasks get done and meaningful ones get avoided. Pressure isn't just psychological, it's physiological. Under pressure, threat detection increases, working memory shrinks, long-term thinking drops offline, attention narrows. Your brain stops asking what's the best move and starts asking what reduces discomfort right now. That shift changes everything. Once pressure crosses a certain threshold, avoidance stops being a choice. It becomes a response, something you're not in control of. Your nervous system has decided starting feels unsafe, so you delay, you distract, maybe you tidy, or you scroll, you plan instead of acting. Not because you're lazy, but because your system is protecting you. Here's where things get worse. You procrastinate, then you feel guilty. Then you promise to do better tomorrow. That promise adds more pressure. So when tomorrow arrives, the task is even heavier, the stakes are even higher, your nervous system is even less willing. This is how procrastination compounds, not through laziness, but through escalating pressure. Most people respond to this by pushing. They apply more discipline, more self-criticism, more urgency, but pressure doesn't respond to force, it responds to safety. Trying harder signals this is dangerous, stakes are high, so resistance increases. This is why people say, I know what to do, I just can't make myself do it. This is important. Procrastination often hits capable people the hardest, people who care deeply, who think ahead, who want to do things properly, who don't want to waste effort. They add pressure internally before anything external happens, which means their system reaches overload all the faster. This isn't weakness, it's sensitivity to those high stakes. Here's the core reframe from the momentum reset method that I want to share with you. Procrastination isn't the enemy, it's just information. It's your nervous system saying something about this feels unsafe. That unsafety might be emotional, it might be cognitive, it might be expectation based, it might be related to your identity, but until pressure drops, action remains blocked. Motivation doesn't remove pressure. In fact, it increases it because motivation says this matters. And when something matters, the stakes rise, which is why motivation alone rarely fixes procrastination. You don't need more desire, you need less internal threat. When pressure drops, something surprising happens. You don't suddenly feel hyped, you feel available. Available to start, available to think, available to continue. This is what momentum actually feels like. It's calm, it's steady, it's repeatable. It's not intense, it's not dramatic, it's not exhausting. The advice to just start fails because starting is the very thing that pressure is blocking. It asks your nervous system to do the one thing it has marked as unsafe. That's why forcing starting creates resistance and burnout and stop-start cycles. Safety comes before initiation, always. So instead of asking, how do I make myself do this? Ask, what pressure is my system responding to right now? That question alone changes your relationship with procrastination. You move from self-attack to investigation. When procrastination shows up, pause. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Instead, ask what feels heavy about starting. Then reduce the scope, the expectation, reduce the commitment. Shrink the task until it feels almost too easy. And look, that's not avoidance, that's pressure reduction. Every time you reduce pressure and take a safe step, your system learns starting isn't dangerous, and that allows self-trust to rebuild, and your momentum then stabilizes. This is how consistency actually forms, not through force, through repeated safety. Once you stop calling yourself lazy, procrastination loses its grip. You stop escalating the pressure. You stop turning work into a threat. You stop fighting yourself. And progress becomes something you return to, not something you chase. If procrastination has been frustrating you, I want you to hear this. You're not lazy. You're under pressure. And pressure is solvable. If you want a structured way to reduce pressure, to restore clarity and build momentum without panic, the Momentum Reset method is linked in the description. I would love it if you would go and check that out. And if this resonated, please leave a comment on the video. What's the task you've been procrastinating on, and what pressure might be hiding underneath it? You don't need to try harder. You need a system that works with your nervous system, not against it.